Hello and welcome to Magical Maiden Jewelry Tutorials. I'm Magical Maiden, and so today what we're going to do is we're going to make a bib necklace. Okay, so I'm doing this with my regular camera, so forgive me if it's a little shaky. I don't have it on a tripod. So this is the craft I'm going to be making. Now I'm using my Sizzix Big Shot die cutting machine and these die cuts. Now I will put the link for these die cuts below in the description box, so be sure that when you're done watching this video, if you're interested, go ahead and go there and click the links, and that will take you to Amazon, and that's where I find the most affordable die cuts. Okay, and I will explain what a die cutting machine and die cuts are if you don't know. Now what I used was some glitter cardstock. I used some black glitter cardstock, some silver, and some purple. This looks blue. With the my ring light lighting, everything that's purple tends to look like a royal blue, but trust me, it's purple. See, you can kind of see the purple. Then I cut out a shape, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered. You can make it a little thicker, however you want. And that's just out of cardstock, okay? So you're not really going to see it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take either one of these stir sticks you can find. I usually use these stir sticks when I'm making resin jewelry, but you can find them at the craft store. I got them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at Michael's. You can get them online. And then the other thing is we're going to glue with some E6000 glue. We're going to glue these leaves in a pattern, okay? But we got to remember to make a hole so that we can hang a chain, because this is going to be a necklace. Using cardstock and die cuts and a die cutting machine. So the first thing you're going to need to do is to trace some kind of pattern off of your cardstock. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. This is the back. You could use any color you want for the bottom. You're not going to see it anyway, but just in case you do. Now, the next thing is you're going to want to use a push pin, and that's what a push pin, and you're going to press on one side, make a hole in the other, not too far to the edge because then the paper splits. And what that's for is we're going to put jump rings and then attach a chain. So for this project, you will need a die cutting machine, die cuts, cardstock, glitter cardstock of any colors combination that you prefer, some E6000 glue, a toothpick, a stir stick, and a chain and jump rings and clasp, okay? Now, if you can't afford a die cutting machine or don't want to get a die cutting machine, and I showed it at the beginning of this video, you could just get these die cuts, and again, the link will be below in the description box when you're done watching this. If you're interested in this, they came with a few more, and they're very, very inexpensive on Amazon. That's where I get my die cuts. They're cheaper than other places, okay? So you have one side that's a blade and one side that's smooth. So if you can't afford a die cutting machine or don't have one or don't want to bother getting one, get the die cuts. Then get your cardstock. And when you press the bladed part in, you could do it on that side of it leaves like a traceable mark. And just do it really hard, you know, like put it down and like really press or have something heavy. Then just cut the tracing line that it created, okay? Once you do that, it's going to be a longer process to cut a whole bunch of things out, but you still can do that with less money. Okay, so I just wanted you to know that because I know the prices of things have gone through the roof. Now you're going to want a tissue or some paper towels around because of the glue. Okay, so this is facing me. Now I've already made the 2 holes because I need to keep that okay. So that I don't forget about that, I'm going to go ahead and put some jump rings. Now you can use any size jump rings that you want. And I'm just going to use some 6mm, but if you want to use something bigger, go right ahead. I went ahead and already cut my stuff using the die cuts because it will be a long video if I don't. Okay, now you could put something underneath. This is just an old box that held my cat food cans, so I buy by the case. All right, so I did various colors and sizes. So yes, I have black, even though, and you want to see how much do you want it to stick out. Play with it first before you go ahead and, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look, because this, you're going to be wearing this as a necklace. How much do you want? And then you're going to kind of overlap. And see, I'm leaving the part where the jump ring is. So I think I like that. I might make this go in a little more. And then I'm gonna, I think that's the way I'm going to want it. And we're just gonna layer these things. All right, so I'm gonna remove these. And I'm looking at that. And I'm gonna get my E6000 glue. Now, I'm not putting the glue all over the place. And you can use a stir stick or a toothpick to kind of like spread it. Okay? And you want to be careful. And you want to make sure you're doing the correct thing. All right. So there's my little jump ring. And I'm gonna, where the glue is. So you definitely want something underneath. All right, so it's gonna look like that. Okay. Now the next one is probably going to be the black one. And I want that kind of like this. And then I think the purple one like this. And I think that that would look the way I kind of want it. So I think just play with it. You know, don't be so quick. And now if you cover that, that's okay, because then you won't see the chain. So I think that's how I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to put some glue on my stir stick. Because once you pick it up, sometimes you're like, how did I have that? So you know. Well, it's on top of that, hiding the chain, the jump ring, but that's okay, because the chain, I want it behind there. And you want to get it, okay? And you can move it about if it's shifted. Now, and make sure your hands are clean, because you don't want to get glue on the front. Now I'm going to get this side. And I didn't punch out the hole, because these have little holes in the die cuts. So, all right, so now this one will be like that. I think that's perfect. This here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's really, you're just gonna keep playing with it, but know where you're gonna place them. So that's where you know where to put the glue, okay? Look at it before you keep placing things. You want to make sure that you're having things exactly where you want them. And I'm going to continue this, and then I'm going to show you the end result. But here is my jump ring. So the chain will go to the jump ring. And the jump ring's already there, but you're not going to do that till all of this dries, because otherwise what you're going to have is they'll all fall off. Remember, give it about 20-30 minutes for it to cure so it won't move around. And then you can add your chain and clasp and jump rings, but I wouldn't wear it for 24 hours. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I will be back. Okay, just so you can see, because I was short one purple one, I cut a small piece of the purple, and on the back, and with the sharp blade side down, see, that's the blade side, and I'm putting it on my self-healing cutting mat. And these are the platforms that I'm putting the top. And again, like I said, you can watch my other videos on my jewelry tutorial playlist. So now you hand crank this back and forth just to make sure. I do it that way. Now, they do have automatic ones in case you don't want to do that with the hand crank, if you have arthritis or can't. Then you take this off, and then to poke this, you get a crafting tool or a toothpick, and that's what it's going to look like. So I just wanted to show you that part. Okay, so here it is. It's finished. And again, those are purple, not blue. And that's what it looks like. Now it's not done. I've got to stick the chain on those jump rings and a clasp and more jump rings. And then I'll show it to you what it looks like, so stick around. Now it's very important to note that this could also be a decoration. You could put this on a book that you might want, or you could put this, you know, on one of those decorative books like I made, the Magic Tarot Holder book. You could put this on a wall. You can make this part of a design. So it doesn't just have to be a necklace. Okay, so here it is. This is what it looks like on. I finished it. Now you can make this smaller, and you can make the chain shorter, or you can make it longer. So it's a little different. It's definitely a statement piece. It's definitely not for everybody, but I love it. It's so different. And I just attached the chain to those jump rings that were there that I put in the beginning, and then I attached two 6mm jump rings at the end of the chain, and on one side with that jump ring I attached a clasp. There it is. And I cut the chain about 7 inches, but you can make it shorter, and see, there it is in all its glory. It's different. I love it. I will definitely wear it. If you didn't want them jetting out so much, you could put the smaller cuts at the end rather than the really long ones, or you could put them in more. It really doesn't matter. Like I said, I just really love the way it came out. I love how it glitters. And again, that's purple, not blue. You could do it any color combination cardstock you want. Now the back I didn't do, but you can do the front and back. And what you would do for that is when you cut the crescent, cut another piece, trace it, match it, glue it with some E6000 glue, poke your holes, put your jump rings. And then when you do this, when you're doing the back of the cardstock with your die cut, flip it over, and on the glittery part you would do another die cut of the same one, and then you glue those two halves together with some E6000 glue. Wait for it to dry, and then you can glue them over here. It's going to take a little more time because you're doing double, but that's up to you. I didn't do the back for time's sake for this video, but also because I'm going to wear it and was going to see the back. So it's up to you if you want to make those efforts. But I love it. And you will be seeing me wearing this probably in one of my next videos. I'll definitely wear it so you can get a good view. So remember to check below this video in the description box for the link for these die cuts that I had. And again, there it is. I love it. I love it and love it. It's really cool. So here it is. Oh, I'm not wearing it. You could see that nice purple. It looks blue sometimes in certain angles and lighting, but it's a purple. I use 3 colors, the black, the silver, and the purple, but you can do any color combination. You can find all the glitter cardstock. You can find all the glitter cardstock at Hobby Lobby or anywhere really. And that's it. It's very easy to make. It's affordable. And it's a little different. You don't have to do it to this scale, but I have seen similar necklaces actually using cardstock selling for $124 to $145, believe it or not. So Why spend all that money? Go ahead and do it yourself. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, click the notification bell. Remember to like, comment if you have any questions about this craft, and share this if you know anybody that might be interested in this craft. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my videos. Bye.